And I would also like to appraise the House that the point of call issue is not related to one state or one airport. There are multiple states asking for point of call. Point of call is an airport being listed as a destination in the bilateral air service agreements which we have individually with different countries. And the point of call, there are 3 other point of call already there in the Kerala, which is the highest in any state. And now definitely we are actively looking, sir, bilateral air service agreements. Whenever the saturation is achieved, then we definitely talk with the concerned states and we look into the expansion. And this point of call also definitely we'll have a look into.
Oh, thank you. Fourth supplementary, Dr. Fausia Kanji.
Thank you, sir. Sir, will the minister inform the House how many ordinary passengers, including senior citizens and medical travelers, were stranded due to over 175 cancellations on a single day at Bangalore, Delhi and Hyderabad airports? What compensation was paid to them and under which legal provision? Does the government accept that crew buffers at Indigo stood at 0% in December 2025 and rose to only 3% by February 26, which is well below any safe operational threshold? If the DGCA was monitoring airlines quarterly, how did this dangerous crew shortage go undetected until a full-blown crisis?
Honorable Minister.
Chairman, sir, regarding the data that was requested, especially in those 3 airports, that I'll have to collect and give it to the honorable member, sir, because I don't specifically have for those airports and for those classification of passengers that has been requested. But in terms of the compensation that has been paid during that time, the total number of impacted customers were supposed to be 3,64,000. And the total compensation that was distributed to customers which were after validation. There are many more passengers who need to validate according to their travel tickets and all. 43.81 crores has been dispersed already. And also more than that, the ministry was also in continuous engagement with the airlines that the kind of damage or the impact that it has created to the passengers, much more compensation has to be given to the passengers. So gesture of care was also extended where 10,000 rupees of coupons for travel coupons were also being extended. And for this, 163.92 crores has already been distributed to the passengers. And more, if they can validate their time of travel at that specific time, they will also be extended. That is something which the ministry is also continuously following up with. And regarding the incident that has happened, I've also mentioned it in the House before, that the DGCA has been in continuous engagement with the airlines. Whenever there is a new schedule that has been approved, we have multiple sittings with it. And this was a specific instance where there were new FDTL norms that have come into place. And it was the airlines which had to look into its internal operations and say, if the FDTL is coming into place, how many more pilots do we need? How do we do the re-rostering of the crew so that the impact is not there on the operations? And we were consulting, we were discussing with them on a day-to-day kind of basis before the implementation. But even after it is done, we are taking much more care right now so that this kind of situation doesn't repeat itself. And I also have to tell the House that once this incident happened, and then we have gone and looked into the internal operations, we have suggested for more employment of pilots also, and more than 246 pilots have been employed in this 3 months itself by Indigo itself. So this is all an indication, and we have brought down 10% of the operations for Indigo also. So multiple necessary measures have been taken so that this kind of incident doesn't repeat itself.
Now fifth supplementary, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha.
Thank you.
Ma'am, only one supplementary.
Yeah.
Not in one supplementary,
Very
5 supplementary,
specific,
please.
30 seconds. Sir, through you, Honorable Chairman, sir, recently we have seen certain accidents. The whole nation was in mourning for very long. That flight from Ahmedabad to London, subsequently Ajit Pawarji's death. There are reports that the Pilot Association wants the entire issue to be investigated under a particular schedule. Because of the mystery surrounding all the cases, including chopper crashes, is the Civil Aviation Ministry planning to have a much more robust system which does not promote opacity? Thank you so much, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, honourable member has placed a very important question and which has been thoroughly, widely discussed by the public in general also over the last 1 year. I have to place the record on the table of the House that all the investigations happen through Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which has all the resources to do proper investigation in a thorough, transparent and fair manner. And all the investigations are done through international civil aviation organization standards and protocols that it sets up. It is not India just deciding how I will do the investigation. These are international civil aviation standards where we are all part of those treaties and we all follow those international guidelines and standards. Where the accident happens anywhere in the world, they all have to follow certain standards and procedures. That is the first thing. And the second thing, the AIB, and from the government, we have been continuously trying to strengthen the organization so that most of the times what happens in part of the investigation, many of the investigated things, just for example, if I take the black box, all these were supposed to be sent to the OEM himself. Wherever the part was getting manufactured, to decode it, all these products were sent outside. But for the first time, we have had the decoding lab set up in AIB itself. This was 2 years ago. Now all the major data decoding from the FDRs and all are happening in the country itself. That is another thing, that we have the full authority on the data that is there. And the third thing that I would also like to mention, on top of AIB and the accidents that are happening, all the resources that are required, we are slowly improving so that there is no dependency on any other organizations. All the investigation is thoroughly done by the AIB itself. And in future also, we are trying to give more strength to the organization that whenever these kind of incidents happen, all the investigation happens in the country itself. Thank you, sir.
Now question number 242, Shriman Pramod Tiwari ji.
Question number 242.
Honorable Minister.
जवाब पटल पर रख दिया गया है.
First supplementary, श्रीमान प्रमोद तिवारी जी.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. श्रीमान, पहले तो एक करेक्शन कर